Dawn is leaving the Babysitters Club series. This time, it's for good. And by that, I mean there are three more Dawn books after this one, but then it's for good.
Argo Font Book Review. Argo Font Book Review.
This book was written by Suzanne Wein. Dawn babysits for Norman Hill while his parents go to the gym for 3 hours. Who likes working out that much? She calls her friend Sunny, who's pretty upbeat even though her mom has cancer. This annoys me, because this part is setting up for the California Diaries spin-off series, where Sunny has the exact opposite personality. Continuity! The more Dawn talks to Sunny, the more Dawn misses California. She decides she wants to move back permanently. Dawn tells her parents, and I am amazed at how easy it is to convince them. Like, if my 13-year-old daughter wanted to move to the other side of the country, I would demand a more in-depth explanation than simply, I think I'd be happier there. But no, Mom says it's Dawn's decision to make, so they can't interfere. Even though Dawn has already changed her mind on the issue several times, we still have to do whatever she says. Actually, that's something the book fails to address. Dawn spends half of every year in California now. Summer is ending, she should be moving back to California soon, no matter what. But everybody is still caught off guard by the idea that Dawn is moving again. In the subplot, the Pikes play American football with the Australian Hobart family. Mallory complains about football because she hates boys in gym. James Hobart breaks his leg. Mallory heroically takes charge of the situation as James is rushed to the hospital and given a cast. Go Mallory! Dawn isn't sure how to tell Marianne the big news without making her upset. This is Marianne we're talking about, so it's practically guaranteed that she'll cry endlessly. Dawn decides to tell Christy first. Christy is refreshingly blunt and tells Dawn that she should think more before making a decision. I love how Dawn has an easier time convincing her parents to let her go than she does convincing Christy. Christy promises to keep Dawn's secret. Dawn plans to tell Marianne during a pizza and movie night, but before Dawn says anything, Logan calls and ruins the surprise. He heard it from Robert, who heard it from Stacy, who heard it from Claudia, who heard it from Christy. Yes, 5 different people broke their promise to keep it a secret. Why are they so bad at secrets? Marianne is extra furious that she's the last one to learn Dawn is moving away forever. She smashes a coffee cup and yells at Dawn. They get into a fight over which one of them is being more selfish. And Dawn explains why she thinks Marianne is the most boring narrator of the Babysitters Club series.
You act like you're just poor, sweet Mary Ann who wouldn't hurt a fly. You're never to blame for anything. That's because you never do anything. You just react to what's happening around you. You never act. You never start anything.
Yes, I love this. Marianne is cold to Dawn for the rest of the book. Whenever she's not avoiding or ignoring Dawn, she's making pointed comments and thinly veiled insults. In other words, Marianne is proving Dawn's point that she never does anything. At a club meeting, Dawn gets minorly annoyed at her friends for blabbing the secret, and they plan a farewell party for Dawn. When they learn James Hobart is bored, they decide to throw him a Christmas party. Kids will make presents and decorations for him. Oh, it'll be so much fun. In the next chapter, the girls do the exact same thing. They plan Dawn's party and James's party. The only real difference is that this meeting takes place in Dawn's barn. I don't know who thought it would be a good idea to plan 2 parties for 2 chapters in a row, because it's not. Humorously, Stacy says it's a bad idea to bring a bunch of kids to Dawn's farewell party, because that makes it more like babysitting than partying. Sounds like Stacy still is upset about her goodbye party from book 13. The kids make Christmas decorations and prepare a tree. James's party is a huge success. Humorously, James thinks it really is Christmas, because in Australia, Christmas is in the summertime. Marianne turns down a trip to the beach just to avoid Dawn. Dawn forces Marianne to talk to her by cooking a fancy dinner. Marianne says, "Oh, I'm not avoiding you, Dawn." That's a total lie. She also says, I can't handle saying goodbye to you every single day for weeks, which is a fair point. Marianne promises she'll say goodbye for real at the right time. What Marianne means is that she'll give her big goodbye on the last day. Until then, she's just gonna avoid Dawn and say as little as possible. Is it just me, or is Marianne kind of a jerk? That is a terrible way to treat your best friend's sister who's about to leave forever. Dawn misunderstands Marianne. She assumes Marianne is planning a big surprise at the farewell party. The party has lots of food, and the BSC shows a special video of all their favorite Dawn memories. Dawn is disappointed when Marianne skips the party in order to hang out with Logan. Dawn is officially replaced by Shannon at her last BSC meeting. She packs with her family, and Marianne finally starts acting normal again. She cries over how much she'll miss Dawn. Dawn is happy the real Marianne is back. The BSC drops Dawn off at the airport. It's very sad, and also it's kind of funny how Christy and Claudia are super happy on the book's cover, like they're excited to get rid of Dawn. The final chapter is a bunch of letters. Just like the Secret Santa book, Jessie is too embarrassed to say personal things out loud, so she writes a long, gushing letter which says how much she admires and appreciates Dawn. Marianne apologizes for being a pill, and Dawn says they'll be good friends forever. The end. Post-book follow-up. I thought this was a great book. Yes, it's the third California drama book, but unlike the other two, this book does not drag out the question of where Dawn wants to live. The decision is made in Chapter 1, and almost nobody questions it. Yeah, I would have liked it if Dawn had a better reason for moving, not just, I think I'd be happier, but I would have been so mad if this book was a tired rehash of the previous two. I like the fight between Dawn and Marianne, but the resolution was half-hearted. Marianne stops being mean without prompting, and the fight ends there. They don't address why Marianne was acting out of character, or what caused her to stop avoiding Dawn. Marianne just goes back to normal without explanation, and everyone pretends the entire episode didn't happen, making it ultimately pointless. People who dislike this book tend to focus on the pointless fight and the reused storylines. We've seen multiple books with California drama, Dawn-Marianne fights, party planning, kids doing arts and crafts, and a babysitter dealing with a hospital-level accident while on the job. I was pleasantly surprised at how interesting these scenes were, even though we've seen them before. I thought the arts and crafts scenes were particularly good. This is the last book printed in the original format. Starting with next book, the covers will have pictures of the girls on the left, and the right side will have slanted edge to the artwork. I don't know why, that seems weird. There's also some fluff material at the end of each book. They went back and they reprinted all the previous books in this new format. I personally like the original format better. Overall, I enjoyed this book despite its flaws. I wouldn't have had a party subplot because that's main. The main plot is also a party. They're too similar. But it worked fine. I'm glad we're finally bringing an end to the drama of Dawn moving away. I give Babysitters Club number 88, Farewell, Dawn, an 8 out of 10.